Today's video is all about respect and how to get people to respect you. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and I'm going to tell you all about their summer learning and seizing the season later on in this video. But first, let's get on with talking about how to get people to respect you, to put some respect on your name. And I know usually we talk about respect in the workplace, between, family, it could be in-laws, anybody, relationships. These are the few things that you need to keep in mind if you want people to respect you and the type of person you appear to be in the world. It took me a while to do the learning on this, so I want to impart it to you so that you don't have to do the learning. The first most important thing about getting someone's respect is understanding that you will not try and cultivate someone's respect. You cannot go around saying, I want respect. You've got to respect me. You've got to understand what I say. There's this notion that we get into that we've got to demand respect from people, and that is not how you get respect. People who are actually respected are quiet in the way that they move in the world. They gain respect from being a respectable person. They are somebody who deserves that respect. People who go around putting their hands on their hips, the typical Karen, does not get respect in the world. You cannot demand respect. You cannot tell people to respect you. In fact, the more you barrage people and nag people with how much respect you want, the less respect you get. Have you ever seen somebody who demands respect like a teacher or a Karen or a mum? Those like really dowdy mums who are like, respect me in my home. People don't respect them. People just don't respect them. Next part you need to understand is, are you respectful? Are you respectful of others? Are you respectful in the way you conduct yourself in the world? Do you prioritize people's time? Are you efficient? Are you a person of your word? Do you honor what you say? Do you stick to what you're going to do? If you are not respectful, then you will not get respect either. It's a like for like situation. Number 3, and one of the most important, is when somebody does disrespect you, instead of yelling at them that they've disrespected you, you must distance yourself. A person who has respect from others in this world, and this especially applies to relationships, ladies, if he's not respecting you, your time, your boundaries, who you are in this world, then you must pull back. You must pull back your energy. You must pull back your attention. You must pull back your time. You must pull back all those things, as opposed to berating him and telling him in monologues and soliloquies and text messages and pigeons and writing it in the sky. You must pull back your energy. That is the only way that you will gain respect in this world. Number 4 is you must act like somebody who deserves respect. You need to model yourself on somebody. When you are not sure about how to conduct yourself in this world, whether it be you want to be a sexy person, whether it be you want to be a person who gets respect, whether it be you want to be a smart person, you need to start literally modeling those behaviors. And you might say, well, that's fake, but fake it till you make it. For example, if you want to appear smart in the world, you will start modeling someone who you believe is smart. And I am sure if you believe they're smart, they do a lot of educating of themselves in their life, don't they? They do new things, they listen to things, they educate themselves, they move forward, they read a lot. So just by you modeling that behavior, you will also become smart. Same with respect, same with garnering your own time and attention into what you want to do. Number 5, and this is very important, people who have respect from others don't let people change their emotional state very easily. A lot of anxiously attached people, like I used to be, like you might be if you've watched my previous content, and if you haven't, check it out with anxious attachment in mind. A lot of people who have respect from others don't let people change their emotional state. As in, a lot of people can be like wood in the metaphoric river of life, where they just drift, reacting to other people's emotions. Don't let somebody put you out of character. If somebody does something that you really don't like, think about it, sit back, try and understand what's happened. Don't always react emotively. Don't always jump in and try and attack them. Basically, don't be like any show on Zeus Network where somebody says something and they start punching each other. And if you don't know what I mean, then it's good. You haven't seen the network, it's fine, right? But basically, it's a reactive type of scenario where anything that happens, everyone's doing a punch up and they're all upset about it. Don't let people get you that emotional, which is number 6. An overly emotional reaction doesn't gain respect. And I know we talk a lot about feminine energy and to be true to your emotion, but it doesn't mean be overreactive with your emotion. It doesn't mean jump down people's throats. It doesn't mean go ballistic and crazy at people. It just simply means don't react over emotionally. Give it a pause, give it a beat. Always remember when someone does anything to give it a pause, because you can still react in the way that you wanted to later, but you can't take a reaction back. Number 6 is don't try to be perfect. People who have respect are in no way under the impression that they are perfect people. They are just humans like you and me. They don't try and front. They don't try and be bombastic. They don't walk around trying to be something they're not. A lot of times we're sold this idea that people who are deserving of respect are perfect. They dress well, they look good, they do everything. No, people who deserve respect are quite vulnerable. They say when they're tired, they say when they can't do something, and that is something you need to aim towards. A lot of the ways that you cultivate respect in your life is by sticking to your own path and on your own train. And as I said, being busy and being in demand. And one of the things that I've been doing is optimizing my learning. I've been learning about Canva. I'm creating a new course at the moment, which you guys should check out in the description box below, but onto other things. In creating a course, you have to plan things with Notion. With my team, you have to learn Canva. I mean, my team is very good at it, but I want to be able to do it too. Skillshare has incredible classes for all of those things that you can systematically learn, and even learning paths, so that if you get good at one thing, it recommends the next thing that you need to do, and it creates this seamless learning integrated experience. Namely, the Ali Abdal class has been incredible for productivity, for learning Notion, for learning how to get the most out of your day and the most done. I've got young babies at the moment, and I need to get what I can done quickly. So that one's been great for me. Skillshare is the largest learning community for creatives online, ranging from illustration, graphic designs to photography, or anything you want to get your hands on. There are thousands of creative classes in different categories across the board. It's an on-demand platform with stackable lessons. I really want to implore to you how great this platform is and how great their learning pathways are. I am a huge fan of Skillshare, and for the first 500 people who sign up, they get the first month for free. So check out the discount and the link in my description box and get learning with Skillshare. I know it's summer for where you probably are in America. Right now it's winter in Australia, but for summer learning, I want you to make something important to yourself in order to get respect from people in your life. You need to start putting yourself as a priority and put yourself on the trajectory of being the most important part of your journey. For me right now, it's a course that I'm creating. I am putting that first as well as my children. But in order to get respect from others, you need to start respecting yourself first. And Skillshare is a great way to do that. Anyway, whether you want to grow your YouTube channel or learn watercoloring, Skillshare is an incredible platform to learn anything creative. Let's get on with the video. Number 7, people who have respect from others apologize easily. If you've done something wrong, apologize. It doesn't take anything away from you. If you're always defensive, if you're always trying to protect yourself and defend yourself, people won't respect you. You have to have some valor and bravery in terms of apologizing to others for something they may or may not have done, and that gives people respect of you. You admitting that you are wrong does not take away your respect. People who have respect from others say thank you for waiting for me, not sorry I was late. And yes, they apologize, like I said in the point just prior, for things that they genuinely did wrong or on purpose or even accidentally. But especially if you're female now, and I've been talking about this to many people, even the publisher of my new book, The New Rules, if you haven't seen it, check it out. She said to me, don't apologize when I was saying I'm sorry for being late. And I wasn't even late. It was supposed to be arriving at 5:45. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't be early. And she said, women shouldn't apologize. And she is right, because we are culturally indoctrinated to constantly apologize. And that makes men in our lives not respect us as much. If you notice, men will say, thank you for waiting for me, as opposed to, I'm sorry I was late. If you're a woman in a relationship, in a work scenario, try the thank you as opposed to the sorry, because it also has a nobility to it that you're thanking someone for waiting for you for 5 minutes, as opposed to always being internal and about yourself and apologetic when you really shouldn't be. If you want people to respect you, number 7, I think we're on number 7, is if somebody stands you up, or if somebody ghosts you last minute, or if somebody doesn't show up, don't change your plans very easily. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but like I said in many of my previous contents and videos and all these things, the key is to be hard to get but easy to be with. So if somebody cancelled on you, no problem. Don't berate them. Don't go off. Don't lose your cool. Just be as you were, but don't rearrange so easily. So if a guy's ghosting and he is rearranged last minute, don't be like, yeah, I'm available tomorrow. Yeah, I'm available next minute. Yeah, I'm available, at 2 a.m. the next day. No, don't do that. Be busy, be about your life, and fit him in, in 3 weeks' time. Number 8, don't be easily bored. Cultivate a life that's not boring. And by no means should you communicate to people that you're bored. Don't go around saying, oh, I'm so bored today. I was just chilling and then I'm so bored and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so bored. People who are bored are boring. Okay, if you're bored, you're boring. Sorry, Nancy. But that's the truth, in my mind anyway. So don't admit to people that you're bored. If you are bored, cultivate something to do. Life is so short and so wonderfully like a spark, like a light in the night, like a star that just flurries and is gone. Don't be bored, and if you are, don't admit it. Number 9, don't always be available. Not on purpose. Like I said, be hard to get. By be hard to get, I mean it genuinely. Like, be hard to get because your life is so full, fulfilled, and genuinely interesting. But be easy to be with. And number 10, don't always say yes. Should we go here? Yes. Should we go on this date? Yes. Do you want a tuna sandwich? Yes. Do you want to wear red? Yes. Why are you always saying yes? Be about your own self. Cultivate your own personality. Decide what you do want to do and what you don't want to do. Be a person who, if they say they like chocolate cake, but you make the best blueberry cake, make them a blueberry cake. Don't make them a mediocre chocolate cake, okay? I'll see you on the next one. Bye.